When has someone refused to take no for an answer? My neighbor Tim was obsessed with buying my grandpa's 1967 Mustang. The car had been sitting in our garage for 15 years, covered in dust, but it was the last thing I had left of him. Tim would knock on my door every few weeks with a new offer. Started at $5,000, then $8,000, then $12,000. Every time I said no, he'd come back higher. That car's just rotting away, he'd say. Let me restore it properly. Your grandpa would want it driven. I told him it wasn't for sale, period. The car meant everything to me. Grandpa taught me to drive in that Mustang. We'd spend every Saturday under the hood, him showing me how engines worked. Tim wouldn't let it go. He started leaving notes in my mailbox, printouts of classic car auction prices, articles about how Mustangs were great investments, business cards for restoration shops. Then he got creative. He'd accidentally run into me at the grocery store, the gas station, even at my kids' school pickup, always steering the conversation back to that car. I talked to my mechanic friend, he'd say. He thinks it's probably worth 20 grand restored. I'll give you 15 right now, cash. I kept saying no, but Tim was relentless. He started bringing other people over, car enthusiasts who'd look through my garage window and tell me what a shame it was to let such a beautiful machine waste away. One day I came home and found Tim in my garage with some guy, both of them examining the Mustang. I lost it, told him to get out and never come back. That's when things got weird. Tim started researching my family. He found my cousin Derek on social media and convinced him to call me about selling the car. Then my aunt, then my mom. Derek says you're being stubborn about Grandpa's old car, my mom said. Maybe it's time to let someone who appreciates it take over. Tim had told everyone I was letting a classic car rot when I could make good money. Made me sound like I was being unreasonable. The family pressure was getting intense. Then Tim played his final card. He showed up with his 8-year-old son Marcus. The kid was wearing a vintage racing t-shirt and carrying a toy Mustang. Marcus loves classic cars just like his grandpa did, Tim said. This could be his project car when he's older. Think about giving another kid those same memories you had. I almost caved. The kid was sweet, asking innocent questions about the engine and whether it was fast. But something felt manipulative about the whole thing. That night I called my buddy Alex, who's a mechanic. Told him the whole story. He laughed and said, dude, Tim's been posting about that car online for months. There's a whole forum thread about the stubborn neighbor who won't sell. Alex showed me the posts. Tim had taken pictures of my garage from the street, posted the car's VIN number, and was asking other collectors how to convince me to sell. People were giving him advice on pressure tactics. Some suggested getting family involved. Others said to bring his kid around to pull at my heartstrings. The kicker, Tim had already lined up a buyer. Some collector in Texas was willing to pay $30,000 for the car. Tim was planning to flip it immediately for double what he'd pay me. I printed out every post and knocked on Tim's door, handed him the papers and said, next time you refuse to take no for an answer, make sure you're not posting your strategy online. His face went white when he saw the printouts. Never heard from him again about the car. 6 months later, I started restoring the Mustang myself. My son helps me every Saturday, just like Grandpa and I used to do. Tim drives by sometimes and stares, but he doesn't stop anymore.